Hey guys, today we're here to talk about some word problems, and we're going to look at two different word problems that we have here. We are going to try to represent these problems in a model and then kind of talk about the equation and what the answer is going to look like at the end. So we are going to start with our first word problem. Both problems involve Farmer John. Okay, so this one says Farmer John harvested some apples. On Wednesday, he picked 3/4 of a barrel of apples. On Thursday, he picked 1/3 as many apples as on Wednesday. How many barrels of apples did Farmer John pick on Thursday? So, first thing that I'm going to do is kind of draw my attention to some of the important pieces. Okay? An important piece is that on Wednesday, he picked 3/4. On Thursday, he picked 1/3 as many apples as on Wednesday. In my question, I'm trying to figure out how many barrels of apples did he pick on Thursday. So Wednesday, I know he picked 3/4. Thursday, he picked 1/3 as many. So I've got my problem out. I know the information that's inside of my problem. Now I just got to figure out what to do with it. Okay? So I know that Wednesday was 3/4. So I'm going to start by drawing a barrel of apples. I'm going to draw that over here. Here's my barrel. And I know that he picked Wednesday was 3/4. So I'm going to break my barrel up into fourths, and then I'm going to shade in 3/4 of my barrel. So there's 3/4 of my barrel shaded in. And then I know on Thursday he picked 1/3 as many. So I've got to take my barrel and I've got to break it apart into thirds now. Okay, so I've got my barrel broken up into thirds, and I know that on Thursday he picked 1/3 as many. So that's what I'm going to shade in as the 1/3. Okay, so there's my 1/3 shaded in. And when I look at this problem, I'm looking at the piece that's shaded in the crisscross, the overlapping, in order to figure out where my answer is. So I've got 1, 2, 3 pieces shaded in my crisscross there. And then it's out of how many total boxes are in my model. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's my answer, 3/12. Now, from this, let's get an equation. Okay, so I took 3/4 of the barrel, and then I multiplied it by the 1/3 as many. So that gave me 3/12. Now, 3/12, can it be simplified? Yeah, 3/12 can be simplified. So I can take both 3 and 12 and find the common factors that they have. So for 3, because it's a prime number, I know that the factors are 1 and 3. For 12, though, I have 1, 12, 2, 6, 3, and 4. So anything that they have in common between those two, they do have 3 in common. That's what I can divide both numbers by. And 3 divided by 3 is 1. And 12 divided by 3 is 4. So my final answer there is 1/4. So how many barrels did he pick on Thursday? He picked 1/4 barrels. Okay. Now, looking at a different type of problem, move over here. This one says Farmer John has 5 bushels of corn. Each pig eats 1/4 bushels of corn. How many pigs can Farmer John feed with 5 bushels? So again, I'm going to think about what I know versus what I don't know. I do know that he has 5 bushels of corn. Okay, and bushels of corn, I just think of it as a bunch of corn. He has 5 bushels. Each pig eats 1/4 bushel of corn. How many pigs can Farmer John feed with 5 bushels? So I'm trying to figure out how many pigs he can feed. Okay, I know that he has 5 bushels, so that's what I'm going to model out first is my 5 bushels. So here are my 5 bushels of corn, and I know that with these 5 bushels, each pig, they eat 1/4. So I can take these 5 bushels and I can break them up into fourths. Alright, so my bushels are broken up into fourths. How many pigs can Farmer John feed with 5 bushels? How can I use this model to help me determine how many pigs he could feed? If I know that each pig eats 1/4, all I need to do is count the number of pieces that I have that represent 1/4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I know that he can feed 20 pigs. He's got 20 1/4 pieces there. So thinking about an equation that would go with this, well, first I took my 5 bushels, and what did I do with those 5 bushels by cutting them up? I divided them. I divided them into 1/4 sections there. They were cut into 4 pieces. And then I counted the total amount there, and I got 20. So my question says, how many pigs can Farmer John feed with the 5 bushels? Well, with the 5 bushels, he can feed 20 of his pigs. So again, this is just a little intro to word problems and looking more into those. As always, if you have any questions, please make sure that you reach out to your math teacher so that way they can help you. But hopefully we're starting to grasp word problems a little bit better than maybe what you have before.